We've seen so much action from gentlemen tonight, but even so, I just get a little bit nervous to see the headgear come off and go up a weight class.
We ask you bear with us one moment here. We're doing a really brief equipment change as our fighter out of the blue corner needs a new glove. So please bear with us while we make this brief equipment change.
JP Zuniga seemed to catch a issue with a glove out of the blue corner tonight. JP has such a good eye. He's another guy that whenever I'm in the ring with him, the ref, trust him with my life. So
from here, it looks like it might be a tear in the glove, which could be an issue if could potentially cut your opponent. So we'll have a slight pause in the action here. Brandon Medina tosses him another glove. Hopefully it's the correct hand. Yes, it is, because I know I probably would have messed that up.
Fight with 2 left gloves.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, I have so much respect for these GAMA officials. Not only the judges, but I mean the referees. They have such a keen eye for these things, and spotting things. And Tom Kilkenny, the head of GAMA here, really does a great job of keeping everybody to account.
They're so unbiased. They're so trustworthy, and they really do put the fighter first. And that's what we're seeing right here, even with this small equipment change. All the GAMA guys jumping in there and taking good care of the fighter.
All right, my fans, it looks like we're ready to go. So let's try this again. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring with a fight record of 1 win, 1 loss. Representing Mr. Paralyzed Jim, Ronald Lopez Zambrano. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the red corner. He enters the ring with a fight record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Representing Cartel Fight Club, Nima Sherpa. And in charge of the action at the center of the battle is Chris Romero.
Here we go, folks. First of 3 scheduled 2-minute rounds. Lopez Zambrano out of the blue corner, Sherpa out of the red corner. Liam Tarrant, LG Pinnell joining you here at K-Series 4.
2 very different demeanors from both of these gentlemen, but so much power coming from both of them already. I really like the way that the red corner's mixing it up with low kicks and punches. He even threw a couple of high kicks in there to find range.
That right hand from red is coming in real fast early on. Ooh.
Yeah, beautiful left hook from the blue corner there.
Oh, wow. Blue corner ducks. Red does a nice job bringing that left leg up.
He was able to sneak a little knee in there as well. There's something you can kind of do that's sneaky in kickboxing that is legal. If someone puts their guard up, you can grab their gloves with your own and pull them into a knee, which is what we just saw. And that really pushes someone's momentum into your knee. It can be kind of devastating.
Now,
especially at this weight class, right?
At 160, yeah. Now, folks, knees to the head are not legal. They will be legal in the pros later on tonight. But if an opponent does duck his head into a knee, it's on that person. But an intentional knee to the head is illegal in the amateurs here.
Another big knee from the red corner.
You mentioned before, LG, Red doing a nice job mixing it up, and he's continuing to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen very few kicks coming out of the blue corners, which is a bit surprising considering his background. But he has very strong punches, it seems like. He really loads up on them, so they're to be feared.
A nice high kick again from Sherpa.
Yeah, that was all timing and being very aware. As soon as the blue corner dipped his head, we saw a high kick fly right towards it.
And now, folks, even though the blue corner is able to block those kicks coming up, I mean, that does take some effect on that forearm. If you keep hammering it and keep hammering and hammering it, eventually that hand may come down, and you could be in trouble.
Absolutely.
That will be the end of the first round.
You know, there's also a chance of forearm being broken. We saw that happen with my coach, Chris Kwiatkowski, out of Church Street Boxing Gym. He's broken a couple forearms in his day, throwing head kicks that get blocked with the arms. So definitely got to be careful with those. And with shin pads on, you definitely want to utilize them. Block with your shin pads, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the nice thing about shin pads. When you have them, you can really lean in and just throw caution to the wind. I mean, if you hit an elbow, not that big of a deal, so it's like you can just crank into these shots.
Absolutely, and blocking with them doesn't hurt much either, so you have a little bit of extra leeway there for how you block kicks as well. Nima still looks just as relaxed as when he started the fight. Kind of a samurai stoic mentality, which I like to see. And a good attitude coming out of the blue corner as well from Ronald. I really like his team. They seem to be tightly knit.
Here we go, folks. Second of 3 scheduled 2-minute rounds. Sherpa out of the red corner, Lopez Zambrano out of the blue. Nice low kick from Sherpa. Ooh. Knee almost caught the head there.
Some of his low kicks go to the upper thigh and some go down to that calf. I like to see just the difference in styles here.
It looked there like Zambrano tried to lower that hand and block a kick. Bad news against a kicker like Sherpa for sure. We'll see if Sherpa noticed it and if he can take advantage, as he just did.
Yeah, that head kick seemed to land pretty flush. Ronald seemed to be okay, but definitely want to pick that right hand up now that he knows that those are coming.
Nice solid right knee from Sherpa. We are halfway through the bout with 1 minute left in the second. Referee Chris Romulo warning them against accidental clashes of the head. I've had that happen a few times in my career. Not pleasant.
Definitely not.
Sherpa has an interesting way of setting up those kicks. He doesn't throw a lot of hands before it all the time. He'll just whip it up there.
Right, but he doesn't have any drama on the beginning of it, so it really does seem to come from nowhere, which is very impressive. I mean, he doesn't load up on them. His hands don't flinch. They just fly straight up. Big knee to the body from Nima there. Ronald pushing forward, trying to...
Before that knee there, Sherpa did a great job. He kind of paused, waited, watched, and then landed. Very calm for a fighter with, 3 fights.
Stoicism is paying off for him.
Indeed.
Being relaxed can just be so beneficial to you when you're in the fight, because you can think a little bit more clearly, calm yourself whenever you get in a bad situation, and you don't get too excited if you're winning, which is what we're seeing out of him. A really good game plan so far.
You mentioned stoics, and as the stoic Epictetus said, you control the controllables, you don't worry about the other things. And it seems like Nima is just applying his game and really driving it in there. Nice variety of shots. We'll see if Lopez Zambrano can come up with a game plan to stop him in this third.
Yeah, I'd like to see him mix it up a little bit more. I think because of Nima's level of aggression with his legs, he gets a little bit desperate and then jumps in and lurches with his hands. And I think if he would kind of pace himself and maybe start off with a couple of jabs to find his range and then step behind those, he would have a lot more luck, and his punches seem to be so strong that if he just landed 1 or 2 of them, it might change the direction of this fight.
Here at the K-Series, you never know what to expect. It could change on a dime. And here we go, third and final 2-minute round here. Sherpa out of the red corner, Lopez Zambrano out of the blue.
Good feints there from Nima. I love that.
Inside kick with a right punch.
Yeah, he is starting to mix it up a little bit more. He's still absorbing some knees and punches. But Ronald's doing a good job of letting some other things other than his hands speak for him.
Nice spinning back kick there from Sherpa. Doesn't quite land, though. Ooh, solid right hand.
You know, that spinning kick didn't land, but it does show that he's starting to experiment. He's confident enough in where he is in the fight right now to try something new, try something that he hasn't thrown during the fight, and see if he can land something fun.
Nice right hand for Zambrano lands. Sherpa kind of steps outside and resets.
Yeah, he just blitzes forward, and he's got so much power in his hands that it's kind of wise of Nima to just step out of the way. I wouldn't want to get caught with one of those.
Referee breaks them up again. There is no clinching here in the kickboxing rule set. 45 seconds left in the fight. Nice head kick from Sherpa.
Yeah, big combo there from Nima. He just marches forward kind of like a zombie. Scary zombie. Dangerous one. Good feint again.
Yeah, his off timing and his kind of stilted timing seems to have really been effective in this fight so far.
Yeah, I'm very impressed to see feints coming out of someone with 3 fights. That's a very, like, just shows a level of relaxation that I definitely didn't have on my 3rd or 4th fight. So very
Same
impressed.
Here. Same here. I did not have that for many, many fights in.
Very impressed. Good performance out of Nima. Ronald has nothing to hang his head about. That was a great fight, and he's definitely got some power in his hands.
That was a gutsy performance by Ronald Alfonso Lopez Zambrano. We'll see how the judges score it, but definitely anybody who steps through those ropes deserves the respect, and he went in against a very, very tough opponent in Nima Sherpa.
Absolutely, and he can walk out of here with no regrets tonight. You see how tired he is. That means that he just left it all in the ring. The only real loss is if you leave the ring tonight and you say, I didn't give it everything.
Well, as the saying goes, calm seas never made for a good sailor. So I'm sure that if Zambrano does lose this fight, he will come out of it a better fighter for it. I've learned some lessons for his next time through those ropes. Remember, folks, we are sponsored by Teep Territory at Teep_Territory. You can follow us at rfc.promotions. You can follow me at Liam Talks Fights and LG at lg.pinell. Keep up with all of the K-Series action.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for 2 great fighters and 1 great fight. And now, after 3 hard-fought rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the official scorecard. All 3 judges have scored the fight 30-27 for your winner by way of unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Nima Sherpa.